Beneath Jean Morrison's outward charm lay a ruthless sexual predator. The 51-year-old won the trust of his young victims and then took advantage. They were all young girls. 2 of them he raped when they were just 10 and 11. Another was in court to see him sentenced, but asked us not to reveal her identity.
At first I was overwhelmed, felt dead special. But when he used to beat me and stuff like that, it was like he didn't care. He just wasn't bothered about how I felt.
During the trial, what was that process like for you?
Terrifying. Upset me. Just going through everything that he'd done.
In your own words, how would you describe him?
He's just a monster. You just can't describe anything like that. He's just dirty. He's just a monster.
Jean Morrison is no stranger to the courts. For years he posed as an expert witness. But in February 2007 he was uncovered as a fraud who'd bought his qualifications online. After the publicity of that trial, his victims came forward. And in October this year, he was convicted of a string of sexual offences against young girls. Sentencing Morrison, the judge said to him, "You were well thought of, a charming man who attracted women and young girls. But underneath it, you were ultimately ruthless. You targeted the vulnerable and those who put their trust in you." And continued the judge, when things didn't go your way, you weren't slow to resort to violence. As the victim impact statements were read out, Morrison sat in the dock, emotionless and expressionless, while his victims, some of them seeing him for the first time since the attacks, sobbed as they relived the horrors they'd been through. Judge Mort classed him as a dangerous offender and with that jailed him indefinitely. Morrison will serve a minimum of 7.5 years, but even after that will only be released when it's thought he no longer poses a risk to the public. Ben Bland, Channel M Today.